chapter 42 and 43. Three verses. As a deer pants for flowing streams, so pants my soul for you, O God. My soul thirsts for you, for the living God. When shall I come and appear before God? My tears have been my food day and night, while they say to me all the day long, where is your God?
These things I remember as I pour out my soul, how I would go with the throng and lead them in procession to the house of God, with glad shouts and song of praise, a multitude keeping festival. Why are you cast down, O my soul, and why are you in turmoil within me? Hoping God, for I shall again praise Him, my salvation and my God. My soul is cast down within me. Therefore I remember you from the land of Jordan and of Hermon, from Mount Mizar.
Deep calls to deep, at the roar of your waterfalls. All your breakers and your waves have gone over me. By day the Lord commands His steadfast love, and at night His song is with me, a prayer to the God of my life. I say to God, my rock, why have you forgotten me? Why do I go mourning because of the oppression of the enemy?
As with a deadly wound in my bones, my adversaries taunt me, while they say to me all the day long, where is your God? Why are you cast down, O my soul, and why are you in turmoil within me? Hope in God, for I shall again praise Him, my salvation and my God. Vindicate me, O God, and defend my cause against an ungodly people. From the deceitful and unjust man deliver me.
For you are the God in whom I take refuge. Why have you rejected me? Why do I go about mourning because of the oppression of the enemy? Send out your light and your truth. Let them lead me. Let them bring me to your holy hill and to your dwelling. Then I will go to the altar of God, to God my exceeding joy. And I will praise you with a lyre, O God, my God.
Why
are you cast down, O my soul? And why are you in turmoil within me? Hope in God, for I shall again praise Him, my salvation and my God.
Chapter 42. In the even Israel people, so actually they speak Hebrew. Israel people, they can Israel, like Jerusalem destroyed. The Israel people, they scattered, and then they translate text of Old Testament, something as a creed. So we also translated these two versions. They just 43 42, 43 are the because they and 11 and 5 same 45 cast down, O my soul, and while in turmoil with me, hoping God, for I shall again praise Him, my salvation and my God. And 11 also, while cast down, O my soul, and while in turmoil with same, and then 43:5. of my soul and why you're being told me sing, right? So they said these two chapters are one chapter, because they have the same pattern and same contents. These 42, 43, these two chapters, actually these two chapters is written by someone, but we don't know who it is. But 42 says there's a subtitle to the choir master, the masquerade of the sons of Korah. Actually, it's Korah. Korah described they are like a choir conduct, like a choir leader. When baby is aged, he was in the temple and he is leading the choir. So before book 1, chapter 1, Psalm chapter 1 to Psalm 41 yesterday, we finished book 1. This is book 1 of Psalm. The most of the Psalms is the Psalm of David, but this Psalm just started with the Psalm of Korah, sons of Korah. So there's a different mood, but the David and sons of Korah, the scripture says this is written by the sons of Korah, but David, we can also smell the David's mood in these psalms. Actually, the Davids also experienced many sufferings and many afflictions and accusation from other. But here, the sons of Korah also have the matter of depression, especially spiritual depression. So these are the prayer of the believer who are in the spiritual depression. You say the saint believer Christian, we also experience depression. Even Christian, even the people of God, we normally experience depression. So that's not abnormal. Suffering and depression and fear, this is very normal experience of the believer. Job and many people in the Bible, they also depressed. That's why they ask God's help. So spiritual depression is the main issue in these chapters. Spiritual depression. This writer, sons of Korah, they describe their situation is like anxieties, there's a big tension and fear, discourage. This is the saints' experience. Even pastor, elder, all people of God, we experience tension and fear and anxiety, worry, affliction, suffering. This is very normal experience of saints. Saint means believers. 42. Chapter 42, verse 1 through 5. We can see there is a long famine, like a deer was desiring water. Especially verse 1 says, as a deer pants for flowing streams, so pants my soul for you, O God. you see the deer? Deer looking for the water. It's like a famine in the desert. No water, no oasis. Our life sometimes there's no oasis, and there's nothing to help my situation. We're just looking for the water, like water that satisfies our soul. So deer, just imagine that in the desert, no oasis, no water, and someone just finding the water. So that's the situation of this writer, like a deer just looking for the stream, the water. And verse 2 says, my soul was thirsty for you, thirst for you. So the thirst. Saint Augustine cannot find the true comfort outside God until the man the comfort. So unless we find the God, we cannot find the true comfort and satisfaction. So if anyone experiences the true comfort in God, they are more thirsty for God. Actually, thirsty is the evidence of experience of grace. If we never experience the grace in God, we never thirst for God. But if someone experiences the grace, the mercy through God, they want to more experience the grace of God. So, like what John Piper says, the children, they just enjoying the clay on the street, and they never experience the big, the beautiful, the beach. These children, they just satisfy, and they have no desire to see this beautiful beach. But if anyone experience the beautiful beach in like Busan or in Philippines, Subic or Boracay, if they experience once, they want to go there again. If we experience God, His grace is better than any other sweet things in the world. They more thirst for God. But the people who never experience such a grace of God, they have no desire. So, thirsty for God, this is the evidence, and this is the mark of experience of grace of God. So we want more longing, we more longing for God, we more thirst for God. This is the evidence we are the one who experience already the grace of God. This writer is describing longing for God. My soul thirsts for God, for the living God. When shall I come and appear before God? This man, this writer, is desiring experience the grace of God. Very thirst. So he compares, when shall I come and appear before God? He says, where can I see you, Lord? And when shall I come before your presence? And this writer is very depressed now because he experienced the grace of God before. then now he cannot feel that the same experience, and he more desire. At the same time, the people, they just tell him, verse 3 says, my tears have been my food day and night, while they say to me all the day long, where is your God? Where is your God? I'm so depressed. I want to feel the same experience of the grace of God like before. But I cannot feel that. But at the same time, some people say, oh, Jennifer, where's your God? You are so depressed. You are so poor now in your house. Where's your God? If God is living God, why? He just forsaken you. And day and night, while you are walking on the street, while you are walking in the company, while you are just on the bed whole night, you're always crying. The people do not understand and they just blame, where's your God? God is dead? Is God is living God? So depressed. And then this writer, verse 4, at the moment he remembered. These things I remember as I pour out my soul, how I would go with the storm and lead them in procession to the house of God with glad shouts and songs of praise, multitude keeping festival. He remembered the moment he was singing and worshiping the God. So at the moment he remembered, in the past, I had a so astonishing and a wonderful experience. I was singing, I always worshiping in the house of God. It was so nice. But because this past experience is very nice, he got hurt more. He was depressed more. Compared to the past experience now my feeling and my emotion and my condition is very terrible. And the people, they accuse me. And then this is the point of today word. Verse 5, he says, why are you cast out of my soul? And why are you in turmoil with me, hoping God? For I shall again praise him, my salvation and my God. What did he do? He just look up to God, and he hoping God, and he praised God. But actually he preached to himself. He preached to himself. Sometimes we need to preach to ourselves. The John Lloyd Jones, the pastor, he says, this writer, he shall do his soul, not. Why he said, why you cast down my soul? So now, your soul, you praise God. This is God alone. You know this word? He started preaching to his soul. Can you do that? You must preach to your soul. He just preached it to himself, and then he says, you must look at the God who is your help. And later he says, verse 9, and he just have confidence to ask God in his crisis. He just confess, you are my rock. You are my rock. God, you are my rock. He has very strongly confessed, Lord. First time to his soul, then he also prayed to God again. After he preached to himself, he got very confidence and assurance. The God alone is my rock and he is my salvation. So he said to God, not to himself, and then he said to God, you are my rock. And he just asking me. But this is a strong expression. Why you have forgotten me means you never forgotten me. You never forgotten me. And then he concludes his psalm again. Verse 11, why are you cast down? Why are you in turmoil within me? He preached to himself once again. He concludes. And chapter 43, verse 1, verse 2, this writer, this is to the David. He asked God, Lord, you vindicate me. You investigate me. You examine me. You test me. I am pure. I am innocent. But the people, ungodly people, they against me. They blame me. That's why he was very discouraged and very depressed. But he has a confidence God, he surely judges with his righteousness. And the verse 3 says, send out your light and your truth. Let them read me, let them bring me to your holy hill and to your dwelling. Lord, when your light comes to me, my darkness will be cast out, and your truth will lead me like a lamp and light. And his desire was God's dwelling place, the holy hill, your dwelling. Holy hill, your dwelling is, this is the presence of God, In his trouble, what he wanted is, he wanted presence of God. And he said, verse 4 says, that I go to the altar of God, and to God my exceeding joy, and I praise you with lyre, my God. So he says, I will go to the altar of God, the presence of God, because God, you are my exceeding joy. Which means you are source of joy and joy of joy. And you are overflowing joy. The God, his presence is a true joy and source of joy and joy of joy, the true joy, only joy. And then this writer concludes again the same compassion. Why are you cast down, O my soul? And why are you in turmoil with me? Hoping God, by shall again praising my salvation and my God. This morning,